Uh, Guys put a ton into the game. I thought, we talked about it in the locker room. It was going to be a tough task to beat a good team 3 times in a row. I thought we started the game very well. I thought it was a strong first half. Got to about the 65th minute, and you know, the penalty call happens. It's a freak one where the guy's trying to stop, and Tranquilo's trying to get out of the way. Unfortunate, it goes against us. We showed some grit to get back to pull a goal back, and have all the momentum. Have obviously a great crowd here tonight, and then concede almost immediately off of the tap. I thought Ray was excellent on the night, but on that play he got beat 1v1. Someone has to maybe slide and bail him out. It's a tough one, but again, hard, tough result. New York's a good team. We didn't take our chances very well tonight. A lot of opportunities for shots, and we missed the target a bunch. That was a challenging part of the evening. I thought we got the ball in dangerous spots a lot. I thought the possibility of a red card maybe on the Sapong play could have been a turning point, but Chaco's in the box could maybe be called. These are the little calls that either go for or against you, and tonight was difficult.
You mentioned it a little bit, but can you talk about Ray's play today? It seemed like in the first half he was stepping up a lot and giving up a little space. Is that something that...
I thought Ray was very good on the night. He pressured well. He picked off a lot of balls. He seemed possessed out there. It was unfortunate that he got caught on the one play in the box where it's a dangerous part of the field. But again, we concede goals as a team, and we should someone should be there to help slide over and bail him out there.
You said after the DC game that your guys need to do a better job of keeping their composure after things go right for them.
Yeah.
After tonight, letting that goal up right after you score. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's devastating, obviously, to give up a goal after you work so hard to finally get your first to tie it up. It's a mentality thing. The messages we try to preach are never to get too high or too low in the run of the 90 minutes. We could have done a better job managing that. We're always trying to make them play backwards off the kickoff after you score a goal. That didn't happen. They were able to get forward fairly fast, and it was difficult because, again, I thought we had a lot of the play tonight, and it deserved something from the game points wise.
So it looked like the game was kind of bypassing the midfield a lot. Both teams were just kind of going at each other. Are you comfortable with that style of play where it's pretty frenetic and it isn't as controlled by either side?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we needed 3 points tonight, so I think the game plan early was to high press them. That might have led to a little bit of a direct game from both teams. I thought our pressure in the first 45 was very good. I thought we had them pinned in, had some chances, but just again lacked a little bit in the final pass in front of goal. But it was a game where there wasn't a lot of short balls in the midfield, that's for sure, for both teams. It was a real game, though. It was a high tempo. It was a fast game. Two teams that had played well tonight. Unfortunately, we came up short.
Mark in front. Jim, could you update us on Brian Sylvester?
Yeah, he had in training, got a laceration in his finger, kind of the webbed part of his hand. He had some stitches there. One of the stitches, everything was fine with that. He could play with it, no big deal. But the stitches broke. He had to have them re-sewn up, and his hand really was swollen after that. So, unfortunately, couldn't go.
How'd you feel Pfeffer filled in for Nogueira tonight?
I thought it was, I trusted him to put him out there again after I talked about a couple plays he could have done better on the DC goals, and again, they were 50 yards from goal, the plays that he could do. Take a foul, put his body on somebody, move his feet a little defensively, and I thought he responded well. We watched a lot of film on the DC game. He stepped up, and I thought he had a good performance. Had a couple chances at the top of the box, so you'd like to hit the target, but he did a good job. There's always growing and developing with young players, and I trusted him in a big spot in a big game, and he had a strong performance.
In the the last two games against Red Bull, it's kind of been the Noguera show in the midfield,
Yeah.
and where the ball's been going back and forth tonight, maybe that would have been a spot where he would have, helped control the game. Do you feel like his
Yeah, he's a very very good player, underrated player in our league. We miss him obviously, but he's not here. He's injured. So again, we had to have the mentality for everyone else to step up their game a little bit, and I actually thought the guys did that despite the score line. This is a hard one. There's been games where we've been outplayed, and you can tip your cap to the other team. But I thought tonight we actually deserved something from the game. New York's a very good team. Again, it would be tough to beat them 3 times in a row, but I thought we did enough to get something from the game.
Andy, third row, right? You've had so many things go against you this year. At some point, do you feel a little snake bit right now?
We talk about that, as a staff. There's been some difficult situations for sure, whether it be injuries, calls that you think maybe could go your way. It's a challenge. Poor Tranquilo I put in the game, and within 30 seconds he's on the wrong end of a tough call. That has nothing to do with him. It's just an unfortunate, freak play. He did everything he could to not touch the guy. It's just a tough one. Yeah, I guess there is an element of feeling snake bitten, the kind of crazy goals that we tend to give up. Something we're trying to fight through. It's difficult, but at the same time, we have to learn from all these situations and try to get better.
How would you judge Ethan White tonight?
I thought he had a good game. I thought he won things in the air. He did well. Won his individual battles. I thought he put in a good performance. Him and Mo did a good job limiting, good forwards. It's obviously tough. The PK was tough, and then the one play in the box, maybe it's not on Ethan, but he could do a little better to come over and help Ray. And also we could have done better in the midfield to have pressure when that ball got clipped out wide. There was too much time and space, so everybody can do better on that one.
Yeah. Now that you've seen Tranquilo in an MLS match,
Yeah.
Was there anything you saw today that was instructive about what you're going to do with him going forward and how you'll use him that was different than what you thought before?
He went into with Vincent being out, obviously it's a little bit of a unique spot for him. Ideally he'd be a little higher up the field, but he's a guy, again, I've said, can play in the 10 spot, can play out wide, so he gives us some versatility. Thought he had a couple good plays. You can tell his quality. I'm excited to have him on board and be part of the group.
Did you say anything to him after the game?
No, I just said to keep his head up. It's a difficult one. We're a team. We win as a team and we lose as a team. And again, it's not on him in that regard. It was a little bit of a freak play, a little bit unlucky. Again, on a different night, the same call when Chaco gets kind of tangled up could go our way. But when we've been a team this year. Whenever we take one step forward, we kind of take 2 back. So it's been a fight in that regard, and we'll have to dig ourselves out of it. And we go to Orlando now, which is obviously a difficult place to go to, and then you have the Open Cup semifinal. So we have some time to work on things in training and get things right.